I was just sitting here thinking, and it was about finding purpose and how even the simplest thing can get our mind to kind of start to spiral into a lot of different choices and options and things like that. And kind of goes down a rabbit hole of a whole lot of thinking and no action. I think right now it feels like because many people are already in like a new beginning or a new phase in their life, but certain thoughts that we have make us feel like we're not there, and we are. In a sense of finding purpose, it's about looking at the end goal. What vision do you see for your life? And then connecting into your heart as to what exactly do you want to do? Like, we think about what we want to do as like the physical thing, but when you connect to the heart, it gives you an opportunity to, when you connect with that and connect with the legacy, what do you want to be known for? And continue to move in that direction, keeping that in mind, it allows for opportunities that align with that in the physical to show up. And I think I just threw a whole bunch of things out there, but, um, finding purpose, it's like, even if you think about it in the dark sense of like, what would your obituary say? What would you want it to say? Do you want it to say what you do, or do you want it to say how people felt in your presence, or what you brought to the table, or what you offered them, like a new perspective, a new outlook on life? So that's what it's about. It's like, do you want to be known as a leader? Do you want to be known as an innovator? Do you want to be known as a sage or someone that was full of wisdom? Do you want to be known as someone that was able to enjoy life despite their struggles and the things that they were going through? A lot of us want to get to the it thing, like the actual physical thing, but we're not connecting with our heart enough. Our heart is going to tell us exactly what it is. Our fears also tell us what we desire if we're able to not get so wrapped and caught in them, but to pull back and flip that coin on the other side. Things that we're jealous of or envious of, all of those highlight exactly what it is that we want. But in doing so, sometimes it'll make us have to go connect to the heart, because you'll have to ask yourself certain questions. Why do I feel like I'm not doing enough? What do I feel is lacking? Have I shown enough gratitude or appreciation for the things that already exist in my life? A lot of us are already actively manifesting those desires, but we don't give enough time. We don't sit long enough to really observe what's happening and what's going on around us. Some people have wished to have a better connection with their family, or to feel love and more love in their environment. That might show up as getting laid off or fired from a job and having to move back in with family. And then the focus goes to, well, how can I get back to financially stable or independent or grounded? It's like you manifested an opportunity to reconnect with loved ones and you're living with them. So take the time to reconnect with them, to improve those relationships and connections. So a lot of us are asking for things, and then when they show, we want more, we want more, we want more. We never fully sit in the gratitude of what we already have. It's like that's an endless cycle. And then that's when you hear about people where they're on their deathbed and they're like, what was your biggest regret? It's not the things that they didn't do. I mean, the things that they did do, it's the things that they didn't do. the opportunities that they had right in front of them that they missed. So I think the challenge for today is sit in stillness for a minute and really reflect. What do I want to be known for? What do I want to be known as? You hear a lot of people that make it really big, and then their regret is, oh, I didn't spend enough time with my kids. I didn't spend enough time with my spouse or my partner. So it's like focusing on those things that make you feel good, that you really deep down desire, and things will start aligning for you. And the only way you're going to know is to try it. Because it's going to show up different for everyone. No one can say, well, yeah, if you do this, it'll definitely lead to this. No, there's no definite. Because a lot of people don't sit with themselves long enough to discover more, to discover what they truly desire, what they truly want. Because when you start acknowledging the things that you already have and the things that you're grateful for, when you sit in that vibration or that frequency and you're feeling good about those things, the universe is going to supply, God is going to, the Most High is going to supply, Source is going to supply, whatever you want to call it, is going to supply more of those things. But we don't sit with it long enough to even bask in that energy to increase that flow of that. We move on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. We never stop to quote unquote smell the roses. It's about the next thing, the next step. I got to do more. This isn't enough. And it's not to say that you settle. I think some people think like, oh, I want to be financially free, but if I don't put in so much work, it's like, when would it happen? And we never we become a being of doing and not just a being. We're just not settling into who we are. That's what it's about. It's not settling for less than you deserve, but first you got to go through the process of understanding that you deserve it, that you're worthy, that you are doing enough. You build upon that foundation. You don't build upon a foundation of the physical success that you have or the money that you have. That's not how it gets built. The foundation needs to be built on intangibles, and that branches to tangible. Every tree that you see started as a seed underground that you could not see, and then it became a tangible tree. So I'm gonna leave that for food for thought. And I'll see you guys again soon.